Welcome once again to the BCHS Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey, talking today a little bit of softball with head coach Hallie Davis here from Bradley Central High School, head coach of the Bearettes. And Hallie, you brought a couple of young ladies with you. Tell us who you brought today here.
I brought one of our senior pitchers, Ellie Graham, and then one of our freshman utility players, Lexi Burgess.
Utility, that means you can play anywhere and go get water and concession stand, bring popcorn and hot dogs and all that. Well, that's cool. Coach, here we are. Spring sports are finally going to kick off. Last year, we didn't have a spring sport. I mean, things have changed, and I read a report in the paper about you taking over here at Bradley as softball coach. But give us your background first, though, when you played as a youngster and then high school and so forth and so on.
Okay, I've been playing since I was about 3 years old. I played all throughout school. I went to Ocoee and Walker Valley. I ended up going to Lee University my freshman year and transferred to Tennessee Tech my last three. I was a utility player, big hitter, contact hitter.
Contact hitter. I was going to ask you, what did you ever pitch or anything like that, or just?
I did, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, these young ladies you got with you, tell us, you mentioned Ella was a pitcher.
She is.
What kind of pitches can you throw, Ella? Rise ball sinker?
I can, but
not
too often.
What is your best pitch, fastball or?
Change up, probably.
Change up?
Yeah.
And Lexi, you're a utility player. Where do you play mostly? Where do you like to play?
I guess either left field or second base.
Can you hit the ball pretty good?
Sometimes.
Getting better though, huh?
Yes, they both can.
They both can hit the ball well.
They both can.
Well, we're going to open the schedule here like today. This is being recorded on a Monday here on the Bear Network. Who do you open with today and where?
We open with Meigs County at Bradley at 5:30 today.
Then you play tomorrow, I think, too.
We play tomorrow at Bradley against Cleveland, our first district game.
First district game.
Yes, sir.
What does your schedule look like the rest of this week? Is it just those two games? Do you have others this week?
We have a district game at McMinn on Thursday as well.
So you're going to have 3 games in 4 days.
We will.
Getting off a quick start there.
We are.
We have any in-season tournaments you'll be playing in that you'll host or be going to? Or?
We'll be going to 3 different ones. One in Saudi Daisy, which is the Invitational. They have it about every other year. And then the Rachel Gamble tournament, which is a memorial tournament for a girl that played at East Ham and Silverdale, ended up passing away a few years ago. So that one's for her and her family. And then we've got one in Cookeville as well.
Oh, so you'll have a busy schedule.
We will.
I'm going to go ahead and ask what I'm thinking about it. Postseason, where will the postseason be held this year for our district?
Postseason will be held at Cleveland, and the next year we host. So we're excited for that one.
On Bob McKenzie Field?
Yes, sir.
Bob McKenzie Field over here, right outside the studio here. Who do you expect in our district? I asked you this off the air, but I'm going to ask you again. Who's going to be good in our district? Who's going to be fighting for the first place?
Well, we always say how good our district is. Everybody in our district can always go for a state title. We've got bigger teams like Saudi Daisy, Walker Valley, who was in the state tournament a few years ago, and so was Ooltewah. East Ham always gives a really good run. And then Cleveland, they've been building up their team as well, and so has McMinn. So I believe our biggest competition this year will probably be Saudi, East Ham, and Walker Valley.
Wow. So it's wide open then, what you're saying then.
It is.
Well, that's the way it should be, I guess. And having the year off, I guess, and you taking over for the first year, you've got a challenge to try to figure out, I guess you've got returners, I know, but they hadn't played in almost 2 years.
They haven't.
So now you got to figure out, who can play and who can lead the team and who can get the timely hit and who can pitch the good, tough game when you got to have it. That I'm sure Ella's going to be trying to do that for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How has the COVID problem that we've had, and I ask all the coaches when we do these interviews, how has it affected your preparation time? Or you couldn't have off-season anything? Nobody could. Now, it's not unfair to one school, though. That's just the way it was for everybody. But did that make it a bigger challenge when you come in here to a pro for the first time and say, hey, what do we got? What do we going to have to do?
It is. We haven't got to have any preseason games so far, so it's a little bit harder to see how these girls are going to be in game-like situations. But now that we're in season, every game counts because every game's towards our record. So if we would have got our usual 4 games or 2 tournaments in, we would have had a little bit more preparation for the girls. But I think they've worked really hard in order to get to where they're at today and how they're going to start today. So.
What time will your games normally have first pitch when you're playing at home?
First pitch is normally 5 o'clock for teams that travel a little bit further, like Meigs County, and I believe Tellico Plains here in a few weeks. It will be 5:30.
Do you have a JV team?
We do.
Will they play prior to the varsity games each week, or is that on separate days? Or?
They play afterwards. Due to injuries for this week, we're not going to play Meigs County JV today, but we do plan on playing Cleveland tomorrow.
How many girls do you have in the program?
We have 17 altogether. 2 right now are out for injuries, so we've got 15 on our roster that are eligible to play for today.
Will they be back, though, the two that's injured?
One had hip surgery, which is Bailey Lockhart. She's one of our sophomores.
Oh, man.
She will not be back until next season in her junior year, so she'll step up and be a leader then. And then Michaela Gorey, who's a senior, she's always had, ankle problems, and she was running for us yesterday, getting some extra reps in, and she ended up twisting her ankle, and we're praying for the best news that we can for her for right now.
Well, I understand Miss Voodoo over here, Ella, might have had something to do with her getting injured. And I'm just kidding you, Ella. Just kidding. We were giving her a hard time earlier. But Ella, what do you like about softball? How long have you been playing? Let's go back and start there. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was probably, I think, 5.
Where'd you start out playing at?
Just like Parks and Rec down here at Industrial. And then I went to Ocoee, and now I go here.
And you've been playing softball for 4 years. Do you play any other sports here besides softball?
Mm-mm.
And Lexi, obviously you're a freshman. I know softball's your game right now. Have you played that for a long time as well?
I've played since I was like 3 or 4, so.
Starting out at T-ball or
yes, sir.
coach pitch and all that?
T-ball.
T-ball, that kind of thing. And where'd you play at?
Parks and Rec, and then I went to Lake Forest, and now I'm here.
Who was your coach at Lake Forest?
I had Ashley Sermons and Callie Cross. Okay.
Well, you've got some girls here. What's your breakdown as far as, do you have a lot of seniors, or is it mostly a young team, or catch you off guard here and ask you a question you may not know the answer off the top of your head? But.
We've got 6 seniors, 2 juniors, 6 sophomores, and then 3 freshmen.
Oh, so you're pretty well spread out there.
We are.
And your assistant coaches?
Craig Frost, he is at Lake Forest now. He is the head coach over there. Brianna Waddell, she's been here, I think this is her 3rd year coaching for us. And then we've got Bailey Rogers, who has come back just to kind of give us an extra hand, because they won't let me coach a base right now. So.
Yeah, folks, you may not know this or can tell from the screen, but she's with child, going to have a baby, and her first child in May.
In May.
Little boy?
Little boy.
Maybe it'll be one on my birthday in May. But,
it will.
So they've got you sort of confined to the dugout right now?
Yes, just for safety reasons. So I can still yell as much as I need to. I just need to stay off the field as much as I can.
Are you a vocal coach?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
well, that's
sir.
good. Were you in high school now? What was your specialty in high school and college? I mean, you said you were a good hitter, contact hitter. So you got on base a lot, I guess.
I did. My first 2 seasons in high school, I was within the top 3. I believe I was lead off for the first 2 years. Yeah. And then after that, I started getting my power. I started working a little bit more on what I needed, and I started getting, my home runs. And I ended up with quite a few before I left for college.
Do you have any power hitters on the team this year that you expect to hit some home runs, or are you just still trying to figure all that out?
We do. We have probably about 6 power hitters, I would say. Anybody who can create doubles to home runs, I would say is power.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Well, that's great there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a quick start to the season here. You got 3 games this week, and got all those tournaments and things you mentioned coming up, so there's going to be a tough go there. Ella, are you a power hitter? You consider yourself, now you're a pitcher. When you're not pitching, do you play in the field and DH or something, or?
I try to be as much as a power hitter as I can.
As you can. Well, that's a good answer, You're not denying it, but don't own up to it. I guess that works there either way. Any final thoughts, Coach Davis, that you'd like to talk about before we wrap up here today?
I don't believe so. We're just excited to get this started. We're excited for the opportunity that we get to play this year, after coming back from last year and us having some little spurts during Christmas time where they've kind of slowed us down, but we're up and rolling, ready to go.
What are you teaching at Bradley?
I teach family consumer science.
Okay,
So,
well, that's good. Everybody needs to know how to do that.
yes, sir.
Is that mostly all females or girls? Or
Mostly all females. I've got 2 boys in my classes this semester, and I had about 4 last semester. So.
Well, see, now if the boys are way outnumbered, that'd be fun if you're a boy.
It would.
I
think so.
That'd be my goal when I was in high school anyway. I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. I knew you were a little apprehensive about doing this, but you did great today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Girls
thank
did
you
too,
for having
Ella and
us.
Lexi.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Freshman and senior, best of luck this year. Don't get hurt. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay away from COVID and all that mess, and hopefully it's going to go away and we'll have a full season. But until next time, we'll wrap it up. We'll talk again during the season here. And until next time, for the BCHS Bear Network, and these videos are available on the BCHS Bear Network on Facebook as well as YouTube. So watch them, pass along the word to all your friends, and let them check it out, and your families too. Well, until next time, we'll say God bless for now, and go Bearettes.